start with praise. I know like a lot of our contributors are ETHCC, so today's call might be a little bit lighter on people, but we'll see. So yeah, I am facilitating the call today because Griff is at ETHCC. And so, like always, we can start with our praise, top 3 praises for the week. Remember, if you type them in the channel, they will get quantified and people will get rewarded with Give tokens. Your praise will actually turn into Give tokens. So please take the time to type it in the channel and have it be quantified. So I can start. I want to praise every single person that helped make QF a reality. So much work gone into this. We pushed really hard to get it out in record time, and it's great and so much fun to play with. I don't know, I've been really enjoying it. I want to praise Mitch for helping me fix the mistake with 39 givebacks and making sure that we get that corrected. And I want to praise Lauren for taking some much deserved time off, pouring pretty much like every drop of Lauren into Giveth for the past I don't know how long. So I think she really deserves to take the time off. It's great that she's going to do that. And I will pass it to Abe.
Sorry, I missed that mute button. Jim, everyone, how are you doing? I want to praise today Breaches, Jake, the whole fundraising team. They're doing an amazing work, especially Breaches is everywhere and sending us hot tips of where to look for. I want to praise the crew that was in Barcelona. I think that you did a great job, guys. Thank you so much for representing Giveth and Retroactive Public Goods Funding. And I want to praise Nico and Freshell. I think that I don't praise you enough for all the support that you guys provide to us. So thanks for that too. And I'll pass it to Mitch.
Yeah, I want to praise Lauren, especially for just like kicking in gear and working overtime to bring everybody together to get QF launched on time. That was a really huge achievement. So a special praise to her, and then a special praise on the side for everybody else who actually did the work to make it happen. So I mean, all the devs, all the designers, Monique for leading the teams, to do the development, just getting QF up and out the door, which is really great. And I'll give another one to Algene. I don't give Algene enough praise, but she was doing all of the work for the Impact Quest, like in the background from the Philippines at, whatever o'clock in the morning, answering DMs. Like, I was doing such a horrible job at giving her information, and Algene just like figured it out and just like knew what to do instantly. So I really appreciated that from her. Yeah, so that's my praise, and I'll pass it on to Almond.
Thanks, Mitch. I wanted to praise Kesha for start creating videos for Giveth and also for his willingness to figure out how to claim the Octant POAP last minute. I want to praise Ahmad for always being on top with the autopilot and helping me send communications and doing such a great job editing and reviewing. And I want to praise as well everyone that made possible QF, as you have mentioned today. And I'm going to pass it to Mateo.
Hey guys, GM. I wanna praise all the development team and the PMs who are amazing. They are doing an amazing work every day. And yeah, I wanna praise also Survey for having a very productive call yesterday, talking about how we can make Giveth better and basically introducing the platform circle to her and how marketing can be impactful in some way. Yeah, I think I have more praise, but I will be typing them out. I'll pass it to Giant King. He's deaf. And Kotabe?
Already went. Thanks, Mateo. Maybe Santi?
Yeah, Santi, go ahead.
And Santi, are you there?
Tough luck, Mateo.
How about Frischel?
Thank you. I want to praise the whole DAOPS team for a great sync today to discuss our next steps. And I want to praise Nico for onboarding new contributors so smoothly and with care. And I want to praise everyone for diligently adding their time reports in Coda. And I'll pass it to Almond.
I already went, but maybe Nico? Nico already went.
I can go. Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna give my praise to Kashav and Serbi for joining the team. Welcome to Giveth. I'm so happy to have onboarded you guys. And also, I'd like to give my praise to Nicola for all the work that she does in Gravity and improving our escalated feedback form. Also, praise to Mitch, Nicola, Frischel for the very productive DAOPS call. Also, Ashley and Danny for hopping in on that call that we had earlier to support our contributors, our working groups better. So, yeah, I'm passing it to Serbi.
Much, Nico. I would like to praise Nico for being extremely patient and answering and resolving all the hassles that I've been facing. I would like to praise Alman for being super amazing buddy and helping me a lot to understand about Giveth. I would also like to praise everyone, especially Marco, Matteo, who have had, who took out time to talk to me, and I had brilliant chat with them this week. Yes. I'm sorry I joined in late. I did not know. I don't know who has already gone. So maybe you can help me, Ashley, here.
Yeah, definitely. How about Franco?
Sure.
Wait.
So I'll pass it on to Franco.
Yes, thank you. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Survi. This week I want to give major praise to everyone who's been working on QF, Cherik, Mary Jap, Mohammed, Monique, and especially Lauren, who's like worked so hard for Get QF out there, and it's looking so good. My second praise, I want to second Mitch's praise to Algene. Like honestly, like it wouldn't have been possible to like do the impact quest in Barcelona without the help of Algene. It was amazing having her. And my third praise is gonna go to Danibel for stepping up in the rewards working group. And yeah, like she wants to get on board again. And I don't know, I'm happy to have her on the team and officially have her on the rewards team. So yeah, praise to Danny. And I'll pass it over to who's left. Nico from pr3sence. Do you want to play the game?
Yeah, I mean, you guys doing okay? Firstly, I'm in a hotel lobby, so it's not too loud or anything.
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how this works too much. I was told to basically join in. We met with the Giveth team at ETH Barcelona, and we effectively run almost like a Google Ads of Web3s. And so I think we were speaking about, potential kind of partnership opportunities and ways we can work with you guys and either explore kind of revenue generating opportunities with Giveth or also you guys in terms of actually also reaching either new customers or I guess potential partners down the line. So I'm not sure what the process is too much. So feel free to ask any questions or lead me in the right direction.
Yeah, no problem. And we'll have some time at the end of the call to like hear a little bit more about pr3sence and maybe explore some collaboration opportunities. So thank you so much for coming. And we just got a little bit more praise. And I know that, let's see, Danny hasn't gone yet. Do you want to get dish some praise, Danny Bell?
Oh, sure. Let's see. I haven't thrown some praise out there. I'll praise Nico and Franco for coaching me through the new onboarding procedures. And I'll praise Mitch and Ashley and Nicola and Frischel and Nico for their work on the DAO Ops call. What an amazing productive session. You guys are using your time so well and wisely. That feels good. Thank you.
Yeah, and maybe we could pass it to Suga. Can you talk, Suga?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. I am sitting here at the end of the conference, and I'm so happy to be able to praise Ashley for leading this call. And I want to praise all of you just for holding down the fort through this madness. And I'd also like to praise Lauren and the QF team really for pulling through on that. And then she like totally got sick and everything's okay now. And then, yeah, just my last praise is, I know there's slightly nebulous praises. It's a nebulous time. And my last praise is also just for the folks who are on the ground, chilling, all the good vibes, for Giveth. And I'll pass it back to you, Ashley.
Okay, cool. And I'll sling it over to Crypto Roo. Do you want to just some praise?
Hello, sorry, I was like in another in another call. Yes, of course. I want to praise Almond that always is helping me. Also, she actually onboarded us on how to Gitcoin and how to grind and how to everything that we already know. So I'm very happy to be here and praise for all of you that actually got the quadratic funding event process and launch just in a few hours and a few days. So I'm very happy. Congratulations. I'm sorry, I don't know who I'm going to pass. I think I'm the last one.
We still have to hear from Keshav. No worries. We can pass it to him.
Okay.
Hello guys, I hope you guys are doing great. And I want to praise Aman and Nico for like helping me in onboarding, and also to Ashley for like hosting this and helping me yesterday for like telling me about GitHub and how to like navigate to their workflow. So yeah.
Okay, great. I think we just have two more that have to go. How about Parfait? Did you want to just some praise?
Hello. You receiving me?
I don't know. It's a bit noisy. There's a lot of background noise. We can't quite hear you. Well, maybe Santi. How about Santi? Can you talk now?
Well, I think he was at the
Oh, I see in
clinic.
the chat. Yeah, I see in the chat. No worries. No worries. That's fine. All right, well, let's just go ahead and jump in. We're at the 15-minute mark anyway. So that was praise. And for those of you that don't know, you can sign up in the praise channel and activate your account by typing /activate to link your ETH address to your Discord account. And anytime you dish praise or receive praise, it will be linked to your account there. And you can participate in the praise game and receive rewards as well as dish rewards to other people for the value that they're creating. So if you want, go ahead and type it in the channel. And this will be community call number 171. And like I said, I'm facilitating because Griff is at ECC. So let's get some working group updates, or let's go to announcements first. Sorry. So QF is live, as most of you might have heard in the check-ins, and we received 400 donations within the first 24 hours of the round. I feel like that's pretty awesome, you guys, and it's so much fun to go on there and see it running and like play around with all this stuff. So if you haven't had a chance yet, go check it out and see how great it is. And the other announcement that we have is Octant. The voting starts tomorrow. So if you haven't claimed your Pope, this is your last chance to do so. There's a link here for you can go and claim it. And if you're a Giveth contributor and for some reason you're unable to claim it, you can DM vpabundance.eth on Twitter, where the link is here, and he'll help you get the POAP. I think there was a little bit of confusion with some of the list people. So if you have trouble, just send him a DM. And that's what I have for announcements this week. So let's get on to the working groups. And we can start with communications. Almond?
Thanks, Ash. Okay, let's do some communications. Can you play in the video of the next slide, please? Yeah, so basically, as Ashley was mentioning, we start our Giveth QF Alpha round thanks to our sponsors who made possible this 10K matching pool. And to complement a little bit of the stats that Ashley was mentioning, with our launch announcement tweet, we got almost 25,500 impressions. And if that's not really impressive to you, maybe the 825 interactions mean more. Interactions is more of the people that give play, visit the profile, and really make something with the announcement. So this is looking really cool. We even got some great reception from some friends. So if you click in that link, Ashley, great reception from friends, you're going to see this tweet that our partners from Gitcoin made, quoting the quadratic funding. So this is looking really, really great. And I think that we're just starting. And also something that I wanted to share with you all is to help us improve the Giveth QF. This is our alpha test round. So actually this means that super important that if you see an error, if you have some feedback, please fill the Giveth type form that's linked on this tweet, because basically this as a test round will help us improve the next QF rounds. So I think that this is something that we should really contribute to help this feedback. Okay, and as Ashley was mentioning, the Octant Epoch Zero voting starts tomorrow. So I have some steps for you that I will kindly ask you to do these days. First, as Ashley was mentioning, claim the POAP, try it with different wallets. The next thing that you need to add to your agenda is tomorrow starts the snapshot voting process. So go into the snapshot and then vote for Giveth. Each vote will help us get more funding in these 1 million and ETH initiative that's the Octant's making. And third, spread the word. Mention that you already voted for Giveth. Make a tweet. Help us just get more people involved and engaged with this initiative. So that's the 3 steps that I will ask you to make starting today. Okay, and it's thing. When one word, what does Web3 impact mean to you? That's the question that I ask you all. And also that's the question that Nicola was asking. Go ahead if you want to play it, Ashley.
Okay, empowerment.
Transparency.
One word, that's the difficult one. Opportunity.
Possibilities.
Hope. Basically means change.
One word. It's the endowment for the future.
Future.
In one word, what does Web3 impact mean to you?
One word, really? Really? Freedom.
You say optimism.
Can I do like a word with a hyphen? Revolutionize.
In one word, what does Web3 impact?
Yeah, so what does Web3 impact mean to you all in one word? Go into our Instagram and comment and engage and make us get more followers on Instagram, please. And talking about ETH Barcelona, stay tuned because coming next, we will have our recap putting together ETH Barcelona and ETHCC in a Medium post. So if you got some content, images, photos, videos, please, I put there a Google Drive link in which you can share your materials, and that would be great to help us just have more content for future posts. Yeah, so that's it, and I'll pass it to you, Ash.
Thanks, Almond. Oh, it's so cool. I want to go and look at all the photos in there. All right, I've got some Communitas stuff for you guys. As you know, we have the weekly community AMA and orientation on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Costa Rica time. So if you have issues getting your passport connected for quadratic funding, or you want to add an optimism address for your project to get 25 OP tokens, anything that you might have a question on how to navigate within Giveth, you can come to this call and I will help you try to find your way. Our biweekly syncs, the next one will be on Tuesday the 25th at 9 a.m. Costa Rica time, and we'll be talking about some strategizing and community building type efforts because we are growing Communitas. We've been voted to grow on our budget. So these are the things that we'll be focusing on, expanding the products that we have, the ambassador program and Meet the Makers. We'll be conducting some community research and creating a growth strategy, hopefully in help with Serbi. I'm so happy to have her here. And removing some barriers that we have found through the community over time, seeing how we can make it more accessible and inclusive, and also maybe considering increasing some contributor resources. So we're currently working on writing a role description for a new person to come onto the Communitas working group. As we're expanding the ambassador program, we've just finishing up minting the NFTs for the season 1 graduates and making sure to distribute the rewards. I'm starting to review applications for season 2 and prepare some of the first session materials and get the schedule together and everything for the launch of season 2 mid-August. So if you want to be a part of that and you haven't signed up, there's a link here to fill out the type form to become an ambassador in season 2. And then the Meet the Makers campaign is expanding. It's not just an event anymore. It's now like a whole campaign that we'll be launching. We'll be doing more project features and storytelling on different social media platforms, spreading with this hashtag. And the event will now become a monthly virtual event where we're featuring newly verified projects instead of having regular themes. I'm sure at some point we'll have a theme here or there, but we're mostly just going to be working on featuring our newly verified projects, and the next one will be on August 2nd. So keep an eye out for more comms information around that, and feel free to use this hashtag if you're ever making a post about what projects are doing or something like this. Feel free to use that in your comms stuff. As per normal, we've got our collective brainstorming. So if you have ideas for community spotlights to join us, Twitter spaces, essential sessions, we're going to get a Notions tips and tricks one out here at some point once we have the capacity to do so. And so you can always add more ideas to these documents or find the past sessions here if you want to watch the previous ones that we've done. And then I still have this on here on the slide for Gravity. I'm not sure if that's moving to DAOOP soon or not, but I'm going to leave it here until we do. And they had their last monthly sync on the 14th. Their next one then will be, I want to say, the 11th of August, but maybe check with Nicola just to be sure. So you can meet them there. And if you're interested in becoming a Graviton, DM Nicola or take this online training course. It just launched last month, and you can register here with this form, and they'll get you all set up to start becoming a Graviton. And also, if you're feeling any kind of tension or weirdness in the community, something that might need some mediation or something that we can use to grow together, these points of conflict, you can fill out yet another type form, and the Gravitons will get a hold of you, and we'll start the process of figuring it out together. And that's what I've got for this week. So I'll pass it over to the Platform Circle Development Working Group. I think maybe Mateo.
Yeah, I'll take it, Ash. Thank you. Hey guys. Yeah, I'm Mateo. This is the Development Working Group. Monique is taking some time off, so I'll be taking it for today. And well, the slide is rather basically the same as last week, except for that we finally released QF, as many have mentioned during this call. So we are fixing some issues post-release, but it's basically done. We also received some awesome feedback from the CowSwap team in Paris. So we are doing some requirements lifting there and seeing how we can improve it to release it soon in our application. There is also a single project page revamp that is going through testing right now for the graph, which is our backend for the dApp. We are moving from the hosted service to the subgraph studio, which is a little bit complicated, but we are handling it very well. And many bug fixes and maintenance. Also, many of our team is being derivated to GM projects like Dapnode, T Academy, Nomonouns, Canon, Praise. So there are many updates in that regards as well. So yeah, the best news is QF is live. We are done with that feature and it's there for you to test out. That's it. I'll pass it back to you, Ash.
Awesome. Thanks, Mateo. I know Lauren's not here. Is somebody doing Give Economy updates?
I mean, I didn't update the slide, but I guess I could just take it on the fly. Yeah, ignore everything on this page. Nobody updated this. Quadratic funding is live. So you could use it right now. You could go to giveth.io/QF. And I think there's 23 projects up there, Ashley, for people to donate on.
46.
Well, okay, never mind what I said. Double it. Whatever I said, double it. 46. 46 projects up there to donate to. And that will be going until August 1st. And like Ashley was saying, we've already got a ton of donations on there. I think right now, who's in first place? I think the Giveth House is up there, which is...
I think Gitcoin is like going for it, dude, but they wrote the book, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's really cool to see. I mean, I did a very small part of this. So really hats off to especially Lauren and all of you amazing devs and Monique and designers, Mo, Marco, Tossin, everybody who just like got it done. Especially Rodri too, made that sweet ass banner. So that's kind of the big update. Apart from that, if I recall from the call we had yesterday, we're talking about bringing over Give Power and Give Backs to the Optimism chain. Cherek's working hard on making updates to the front end, connecting to the subgraph, connecting Optimism Gorley to the testing DApp. And we're waiting on Sam to give a final review to the changes to the Give Power contract so that we can bring that over to Optimism so we can eventually give out give backs and also let people get give power using the Optimism chain. Also related to this is Mateo is working on creating a fork of CowSwap that'll allow us to collect donations when people make swaps using this version of CowSwap, and all of that funding will go to our quadratic funding matching pool. So a few updates there. Giveth Pro staking, not too many updates, just focusing mostly on the quadratic funding alpha round for now. And I'll leave it there and we can pass it on to the next person. Oh, fundraising.
Fundraising, who do we have? Suga, do you maybe know anything about fundraising updates?
Fundraising updates. No, I don't. And also
That's
my
fine, we
connection
can-
is terrible.
No worries. I think we can just skip it for this week, and I don't think the slide's been updated either. How about design? Mo?
Yeah, I'm here, but if you go to the next slide, you can see there is no update here. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe you can skip the design too.
Yeah, probably. Okay, let's go to the governance circle, DAO Ops working group.
Yeah, we're DAO ops now. There's no more DAO working group. We're still a DAO, don't worry. Yeah, so our working group proposal passed, I think maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, so we're officially a DAO ops working group. Maintaining the health of the Giveth DAO. Treasury management, buddy system, contributor and leadership review, voting system, conflict resolution, all wrapped up in one scrumptious working group. I'm the steward, Mitch. We've got a couple different calls that might be interesting to you. We have a governance call that happens weekly on Mondays at 9:30 Costa Rica time, 5:30 Central European. And we have our bi-weekly sync for the DAO Ops crew happening Thursdays, 8 a.m. Costa Rica. I think that's right. That's an hour before this call starts, the community call. Bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks on Thursdays. Some updates here. If we go to the next slide. We're still waiting on the last working group, the DAP working group. There's some confusion over who's really going to be leading it going forward. So still waiting to figure that out. When that's done, I'm going to be firing up another round of NRGive and our vesting after the NRGive's done for Q2. And yeah, as I mentioned, we're ready to grow. So the DAO voted us to grow as a working group. So we have a bit of a bigger budget and a bigger mandate of things to deliver. Cool stuff. Kai is going to be working on a buddy system automation bot. He's busy with family and doing some stuff in DevOps, but that's going to be on our roadmap to deliver as part of our first season. We had a cool call today. Nicola and Heather produced a new leadership review form, as well as upgrading our escalated feedback forms and making them into separate forms, and upgrading the questions so they're a little bit more thoughtful. And so those are done / will be done probably end of next week and ready for people to start using to give each other feedback. So really cool stuff there. We also talked today about some clarification on how working groups can go about hiring their own contributors. So a really cool outcome of this whole sub-DAO transition is that, like, if working groups have the budget and the mandate, like, they can kind of autonomously hire people to work in the working groups, whereas before it was like the whole DAO had to decide on the needs of each individual working group. And it was kind of slow. It wasn't very efficient. There wasn't a lot of autonomy between groups to make the best decisions. So that was a cool thing that we talked about today as well. Some votes, some tings. In our give, we have one vote up to fix up givebacks round 39. There was a hiccup with a double send where we accidentally sent round 38 twice, but yeah, so that's going up there. So people who are missing their givebacks, that should be sent out in a couple hours. Ashley also put up some posts to send out givebacks round 40 and the nice token distribution for round 40 as well. And then apart from that, we have one thing up in Snapshot, which is the rewards working group proposal. That's going to be up for another 4 days. And yeah, you check out all the details there. I'm sure Franco will talk about it as well, but that's what we got for active votes. And maybe if you can pop open token log, Ashley. So token log here is a really cool way where we prioritize features to build. So people who hold give tokens on Gnosis chain or have wrapped their tokens in the gardens are able to vote on this. You can see there's lots of stuff here like quadratic funding. We just finished it. It's at the top. Adding give power to optimism, allowing multi-sigs to connect to the DApp. All these sorts of features can be voted on. And then when we do our feature planning, we take this into consideration and we figure out what we need to build in what order. So yeah, check that out if you haven't had time to vote on it. It's super useful for all of the product managers to figure out what people want us to actually build. So yeah, that's token log. And I think that's it for DAO Ops this week. And let's see if anyone did anything for governance.
Yay.
Rochelle, woo! Thank you.
I'll be giving governance updates, but I don't know when governance updates will end because we're like merging with DAO Ops and there's similar content. But anyway, here I go. To start, vacation updates. The following people will be away or on a break or on a vacation, so kindly expect responses will be delayed from them, and as much as possible, please don't disturb them during their days off. And again, our team is currently in Paris representing Giveth at ETC, and if you want to enjoy some vacation time to rest and recharge, please do so and let us know in the Discord channel. And next, a weekly reminder, have your buddy review call scheduled if you haven't had one yet for 3 months or more, and you can leave a feedback to anyone, anytime through the links there in the slide. And here are governance forum posts that are worth checking out. First, the rewards working group proposal. Again, as Mitch mentioned, this is already up for voting in Snapshot. And then we have the June 2023 compensation expense details and proposal for reimbursement. This also includes the amount of revenue Giveth earned from the services we provide to this month. And the highlight is USD for last month alone. So you can see and review the details in the post. We have post
Rochelle, you're really breaking up, at least for me.
2023.
You're breaking up, really breaking up. Still sounding very robotic.
I think I can continue the updates, Rochelle. Are you okay with that? Yeah, I'll just maybe take it away, Ashley. So
Go for it.
yeah, I think Rochelle was mentioning about the compensation, the June 2023 compensation expenses. So that and proposal for reimbursement. So the next one that we have in there is a sponsorship proposal for Web3 conference in India 2023. So there is a brochure attached in that post for the various tiers of sponsorship. So if Giveth should sponsor this event or not, you can maybe drop your thoughts in there. And I think that's all of it. And finally, for the hiring updates, we can check the link in there. There's a recruiter link, and we can see all the available positions that we're hiring right now. So our main priority is looking for a CTO. So if you could successfully refer someone, you could give tokens as a bonus. And yeah, I think that's all of it. And I'm passing it back to you, Ashley.
Hey.
All right, Franco, take it away for rewards.
I'll take it away. Hello, everybody. So we're giving some updates for rewards. You can pass to the next slide, Ashley. So what do we have here? So the distribution round 14 and 15 are officially out. They have been distributed, so you can check on the forum post on the forum. You can look for the rounds, and if you have been distributed any Give token, you can claim it on the Give stream. And we have the round 16 live for review right now, so we're gonna give it a day or two, and then we're gonna do distribution for the round 16. The good news is that round 14 and 15 was the end of 2022, so we're closer to be up to date with distribution with the retroactive. So we have like maybe 2 or 3 weeks more of distribution, and then we're actually at July 2023. Or well, August. It's going to be in 2 weeks. The current quantification period is the first 2 weeks of July. It was very active 2 weeks. We had the Ethereum Barcelona, we had the QF preparation. There was a lot of things going on. So yeah, there's a lot to quantify there. If you're a quantifier, you probably got a message today, so go there and quantify it. And the third news is that we have our working group proposal live on Snapshot, like Mitch mentioned and Rochelle as well. So yeah, you can check out the forum post on the forum, and we have two options. We don't have three. We don't have a shrink one because we couldn't shrink anymore. We're little. So you can vote on sustain or you can vote on grow. And this voting finishes on this next Monday, so make sure to go there and put your Give token into action and decide on what we do with the rewards working group. And what else do we have? Next steps. So we're in a quest to find new quantifiers. Our pool has been getting smaller and smaller. So if you are interested, if you're in this call and are interested in joining our quantifier pool, it's very fun. You get rewarded for it. You get Give tokens for quantifying. So it's really interesting to do it. It's a really fun game. So yeah, if you're on the call and want to be a quantifier, just hit me up. Or if you know someone that's good to be a quantifier, also let them know and tell them to hit me up. And we have, we're changing our weekly meetings. So we used to have our meetings on bi-weekly on Fridays, but we're changing it to Mondays 1 hour before the governance call. So yeah, that's the news there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the rewards working group. Back to you, Ash.
Thanks, Franco. That's exciting. Finally catching up. Well, the community spotlight this week was pr3sence.xyz, but I don't see Nico anymore. He was here at the beginning of the call, but I don't see him anymore. I know he was at ETHCC, and so maybe the connection isn't so great. But yeah, I don't, unless there's somebody else here, no, to represent. No, I don't see Nico. So I guess maybe we can just reschedule with them, but let's see. Mitch tagged him. Let's see if he comes around.
Meanwhile, I can give some updates for fundraising. Sorry, I was taking a shower.
Oh, okay.
Well, good news. We actually got a couple of grants more for DAO Star from the Builders Grant that were given on the weekend. We got DAO Star, and we got I'm not sure which was the other one. I'm checking right now, but that's good news. So I'll give you the total in a few moments. But meanwhile, the total grants that we got from Optimism, but it was very productive in general. Meanwhile, what I will say is, again, Octant starts tomorrow. So be aware of that. Donate to Giveth, or vote for Giveth, vote for other projects that are doing really cool things on the public good funding space. What else? Gitcoin already has a date. So the new Gitcoin grants are going to be from I believe. Okay, let me check because
August 15 to 29.
Thank you. And then Bridges is awesome and also told us that Arbitrum grants are starting to be live. So that's really good news too. Yeah, so that's the update that I wanted to give regarding fundraising.
Okay, thanks, Kotabe. Thanks for coming in and filling us in the end. We were waiting for Nico anyways, but I still don't see him. So I think I'm going to have to just assume that his connection isn't great and maybe try to reschedule with him for another community call slot. So we're not just sitting here waiting around for him. So yeah, well, I think that concludes our call for today. We can have some time, last 15 minutes back in our days. And yeah, thanks for coming, you guys.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thanks,
Bye,
Ashley.
everybody.
Thanks, Ashley.